This is Square McGee. He has an almost perfect life, being able to explore the beautiful world around him all day, until he eventually stumbles across a building that he doesn't recognize. Okay, he was certainly not expecting that one. So this is the start of my first game that I'm making using the game engine Godot. It is planned to be a small puzzle game themed around escaping a prison while sneaking past the guards. This is part 1 of a 2-part series where I make the game and I showcase the experience of Square McGee trying to escape this place. Upon waking up, he realized he was in an empty dark room, the only source of light being from the torches on the wall, when a guard walks up to the side of the cell. So, this is kind of embarrassing, but we don't actually have the prison ready yet. Square McGee stood there in confusion. How could the prison not be ready yet? They just took him inside of it. Surely no one would do the heinous act of releasing an unfinished game or experience, right? But worry not, for we have a ton of funding from a source who would like to remain anonymous. You'll be all set to spend your life in here soon. I really wanted to add a lot of darkness into the level as it has a few benefits, such as adds to the ambience, it looks better because of the lighting, and most of all, it hides the actual art of the game. But we need to actually add things into the prison because a bare room like this is going to be incredibly boring. So the prison decided to order shelves, decor, doors, and buttons. I don't know why they chose to order buttons, but they just did. The shelves have one-way collision, so you can jump up through them, but you can also stand on them. The buttons are able to work by sending out a signal when it detects one or more objects on top of the button. When doors can go and listen in on those signals to know when to open and close. This thankfully makes it incredibly easy to expand upon the system and make more ways for the world to interact with each other. And by the way, since I'm feeling nice today, here's a shelf for some entertainment. Oh, there seems to be a monitor on the shelf. I wonder what he's watching. Wait, that's my channel. I mean, not to brag or anything, but I don't think he could possibly have gotten any better entertainment. Seems he thinks watching paint dry is more interesting. With the cell becoming more alive, or I guess as alive as a jail cell could be, it was time for him to start planning an escape. After all, it makes more sense to try to escape before the prison is actually finished. His current plan is to dig a hole in the wall and try to tunnel to another part of the prison, but he can't just make a giant hole in the wall and not have it be noticed. He would have to cover it up with something. Luckily for him, however, the prison ordered so much that they could not dispose of all the boxes for everything. So, naturally, they just chose to leave them all over the prison with little regard for anyone else in there. You couldn't go far without seeing a pile of boxes. They even decided to keep some in the jail cells for some reason. These boxes are unique, as they have one-way collision just like the shelves do, which apparently the guards haven't found that out yet, which is quite interesting, meaning that it's the perfect spot for Square McGee to hide behind during his escape. So, after having all the boxes in the corner of the cell, it was time for him to start digging.
Alright guys, I'm back. I have some interesting news from the warden.
Oh, what's up?
Okay, so they have some training that they want us to review first of all about how we should patrol the prison.
Oh, this again?
Yeah, it's annoying to go over again, but it's important.
The guards are able to move by using Godot's nav mesh system. It is able to automatically find the best route to get to places, which is going to help a ton with actually making the AI. The guards would initially just move in the direction that they need to go, ignoring the gravity. So let's actually apply the gravity, which does help, but they aren't able to make it up even the most simple of platforms. So I made it check to see if the next node on the path is a certain distance from the guard. In this case, the guard will try jumping to see if it can reach that height. This actually works surprisingly well and makes for a semi-decent enemy AI already. Okay, so we need to chase after any prisoners we see escaping. I mean, that's pretty simple.
Hey, that's not all. You have to remember that we don't have amazing sight in this dark place.
The guard's sight is made by creating an area in front of the guard where if the player is in there, it will chase after the player until they have been out of the sight range for a few seconds. And, in order to prevent them from seeing you through walls, we can send out a raycast to make sure that the player is both within the sight range and is not hiding behind anything. With this, the enemy AI is working pretty decent for what I need it to do. This allows you to hide behind boxes and walls to avoid getting spotted, and it makes it difficult to escape their sight once they actually see you.
This other thing is top secret. If an outside soul hears about this, I'll be subjected to a fate much worse than death.
Yeah, don't worry, I ain't saying a thing.
You see, we got these.
What? Wait, what? We have guns?
Oh yes, thanks to my genius, they are only going to be able to shoot if somebody with the registered fingerprints pulls the trigger, and if this idea goes over well, I may finally get the promotion that I've been seeking. What is it?
We don't have fingers. Or hands for that matter.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Why would I have—
Never mind, I don't want these anymore.
Listen, you need to calm down. Oh, we can easily take them.
Oh shoot.
It seems that while there were plans for the fingerprint idea to work, most of the funding went right to the warden's pockets instead of investing into the prison, so they didn't have the ability to add that feature, even if they did have hands. This means that even though the guards will have guns and will shoot at the player on sight, you can also steal a gun occasionally and go fight back using it. I think this is a very nice touch to have in the game in order to help give a change of pace at times. While Square McGee feels confident in his ability to escape, he does not realize how tough this will actually be once he's ready to enact his actual escape plan. Which, if you do want to see how this goes over and want to play the game for yourself, be sure to like and subscribe because in part 2, I will be finishing up the game and releasing it. Thank you for watching.